Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. And I forgot to change the statement on my whiteboard today. I am very sorry. I could stop what I'm doing and fix that, but it's late and I've got a hamster on my shoulder. And guess what? I brought out, instead of Charvy, I just wanted to show you that Mama Squeak is okay. She's not dying. You know, she's just in the twilight part of her life. She's slowing down. She's just spends a lot of time resting, but she's not dying or anything yet. She's still meaty. She's still active. She was still running on her wheel. It's just that she's in the twilight part of her life. So she spends more time resting now than running around like she did before. Now, to keep her from being stressed out, I've got the lid that I'm keeping on top so that she doesn't have to see a whole bunch of stuff and doesn't have to stress out about things. So even though I've got her out and was manhandling her here, she's okay. You know, a little bit of stress, and I got to fix my shirt because I got to fix my shirt. Today is actually a Hawaii shirt. I think it was from my parents used to go to Hawaii back when, like, my mother was alive and all that. Like 5-10 years ago, they went to Hawaii a fair number of times. So they bought me some t-shirts and such, and so I'm wearing one of those. They bought me shirts and stuff, little t-shirts, and like, I was always too big to wear shirts before, so I didn't like wearing form-fitting shirts because I didn't like the form that I had. I didn't want it to be fitted to. Now that I've lost so much weight, now I can wear small shirts and they don't fit too tightly on me. I can wear medium shirts and those are comfortable. So it's a good thing. Now, I'm lucky and unlucky, of course, as a heavier guy. I've always been like between, once I got out of the Air Force, I mean, my top weight was supposed to be 196 while I was in the Air Force, and I was always between 196 and 200. I could rarely get it below that, and so I was always just right on the edge of being in the Fat Boy program, which is what they called it back then. You know, so you'd have to go to aerobics and do all this exercise stuff if you were overweight. And I was supposed to have been in the program at one point, never went and never got in trouble, but my weight was always just right on that edge. Never over, just right there. But then once I got out, my weight started going up, and I spent most of my life with my weight between 240 and 280. Now, during my death spiral in the 90s, I dipped down to 170-ish because I wasn't eating, couldn't eat, and lost weight. Was that one the 90s? Or was that around 2000? That was around 2000 when I crashed and burned. So, when I crashed and burned, yes, I spent some time in rehab. I'll talk about that one again. But I had lost a whole bunch of weight and then gained it back in rehab because I could eat again. I couldn't eat at the end of my alcoholism. If I ate without having alcohol in my stomach, I threw it up. And if I did have alcohol in my system, I wasn't hungry. So when I was hungry, I couldn't eat because that's when I had to go to work and stuff, so I couldn't eat before I went to work or I'd puke it all up. If my stomach just rebelled at food if I didn't have alcohol. Could not eat solid food unless I was drunk. But when I had alcohol in my stomach, I wasn't hungry because I got the calories from the alcohol. So I went down to 170 pounds and then gained it back up in rehab and then gained even more and then spent the time from rehab, 2K, up until the death of my wife between 240 and 280. I tried to keep it from getting too high, but I couldn't. I was moving with a walker halfway through my marriage to my wife, and my fibro was getting bad. I could barely move my hands, and I was trying to take care of her and take care of the house, and I was falling apart, and my weight was going up. And then after she died, when I was drinking to stop from feeling, because I would have just plain killed myself if I had not had alcohol to kill the feelings. So I needed to take a calculated risk to kill any feelings at all, and I drank for 3 or 4 months. Whenever I started to feel, I drank. I started off having 4 beers a day. When I quit drinking 4 months later, I was drinking about a case of beer a day. The equivalent thereof. I drank the Mike's Harder alcohol stuff, so it was 8% alcohol, so you didn't have to drink as much. So I just equivalated it to a case of beer, even though it was a much smaller amount because of the higher alcoholic content. It was like 12 cans of this stuff was a full big case of beer, which is what I equate with. I don't know why, but I always have. And at that point, I stopped drinking again because it was time. I had also ballooned up in weight. A lot of it was water retention because my system was starting to break down again. And so I was just retaining fluids, and I was up to 325 pounds. And that was bad. I can't remember what I was talking about and why. Was it the weight thing? Yeah, it was about the weight. Yeah, but then what happened after that, when I was up at 325 pounds and then quit drinking? See, when I said I've fallen before, when I had that 4-month period, 4 months I drank, knowing that it might kill me, I might not be able to stop, and I still did it. And it was a calculated risk, and it worked. It killed the feelings, so it didn't kill me. And then I just quit. And I was good. Thank goodness for that. But then, when my teeth were being taken out, one of the dentists at the time, they were taking out a very solid tooth, and it rocked my jaw hard. I mean, it just literally went, kuh, 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 and it damaged the joint over here. Now, I never went to see anybody for help at a doctor or a hospital or anything until it was almost over. But I could not eat. I was vomiting if I ate, and I was vomiting if I drank. I got like an abscess in here. The lymph nodes down inside of here were as big as marbles, and I could barely move my jaw. I went from 325 pounds down to 160. And that was just a couple of years ago. You can watch it in my channel. So, down to 160. Now, I've gained weight back up, but it's been a struggle to keep my weight up because during that sickness time, I also developed anorexia. And I always have to fight my anorexia. And so that's fun. It's not as hard anymore. I'm pretty much over that, but I still have to always be careful because if I need to keep my weight up. And so it's a struggle to keep my weight up above 190. My weight keeps wanting to fall lower, and I don't want it to. But if I get it up higher, that's when my anorexia comes raging back. I had to remember what I was talking about there. So it doesn't come raging back anymore, but it has just come back where I've been over 210, and bam, I went, freaked out badly, and then had to struggle to get back into eating again because my weight went down to 200 and some, and it was like, gotta start eating, come on, knock it off, this isn't healthy. So it's still something I have to fight against, just not all the time. Now I eat when I get hungry if I can, and because of some very, very kind contributors and subscribers, I have a lot of food when I get hungry now. Thank you very, very much. It is awesome. Greatly appreciated. But because of all this, now it's a struggle to keep my weight up. I'm at 190-ish, which is good because the last time I went into the doctor's last month, my weight had dropped down to, between 185 and 190, and I went, oh, that's not good. So I've been fighting to bring it back up again. Yeah, so now, I mean, I was wearing pants that were, size 44 and 48 before. Now, for a while, one of my housemates is, he's shorter than I am, he's thinner than I am, and I was wearing pants that were smaller than his for a time. So I've brought my weight up a bit. I wear like size 33, 34 waist. It's really different. But coming back to the lucky and unlucky part, remember I mentioned that? Boogie, who's losing a lot of weight, is having to deal with these huge double chins underneath here. One of the problems when you gain weight is the collagen fibers that hold your skin tight get stretched out. And when they get stretched out, they start to snap. If you have to have, say, 100 strands per square centimeter, and this is just a metaphor and an analogy. If you have to have 100 strands of collagen fibers in your skin to have your skin just go poink and be, good, straight, wonderful skin, as you stretch it out, those strands start to go snippety snap, snippety snap, snippety snap as they get stretched tighter and tighter. Well, after a time, when you get your stretch marks, that's because the collagen fibers have gone from 100 of them per square centimeter to 20 or 15 fibers trying to hold it together, and it's just so that when you lose that weight, all of the areas with 100 strands per square centimeter just go ding and pull back nice and tight. But all of those areas of your skin where you've lost all the collagen fibers, there's only 15 complete strands left, they don't pull tight anymore. I got me a pot belly that's not really a pot belly. It's not fat. I can't get rid of it. Ever. Just like Boogie. He's not going to be able to get rid of this underneath here just by losing weight because it's not fat. It's skin. When the collagen fibers break down so it can't pull tight, everything loses its cohesion. You go from skin that's, say, once again, just an analogy, it's like this thick, it goes doot 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 boosh, and just big and blurby because there's no fibers to pull it down tight. And so it's like a big, wet, soggy section of sponge instead of the tight mesh of fibers that it should be. So you go from thin to grumph, back to thin and tight again where the collagen fibers are. They'll never tighten up. They can't. There's no fibers left to pull it together. And so he's always, unless he treats it surgically, he'll have that big wobbly thing underneath his chin for the rest of his life. I've got big wobbly spots under here because of the stretch marks. I've got myself a pot belly that I'll never be able to get rid of no matter what. Even when I was down at 160, lost half my body mass, I still had a pot belly because it's not fat. It's just skin. So I'm lucky. I've only got a few spots that are bad, like a bit of my belly there, a bit under my arms, so a bit of my thighs. Past that, I'm doing pretty good. I don't look terrible. I don't look like I've melted, mostly. Because a lot of people that lose weight, they look like they've melted because the collagen fibers are all broke down. Thumbs up. That's why the insurance companies need to cover getting that skin taken off, because it's not just a cosmetic thing. It is very important. You can get that stuff caught, trapped. You get infections easily in that sort of area because, number one, fat doesn't have as good, well, it's not fat, but it just doesn't have as good a blood supply because of the big mushiness of it. So it's really better to get rid of it if you can, but what can you do, huh? Oh, there's so much pollen in the air around here. Even I, who am not really affected too much by most pollens, I'm wheezy, big wheezy, and it's not because I'm like allergic to it, it's just a big buildup. And so I keep wheezing because it keeps building up. I love that. What a joyous face that was. That looks so good. Like I'm a dried out corpse. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It is a range of 20 to 25 because I am counting an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, and with my fibro, depression, widower brain, and brain damage from alcoholism, I get lost even with that. If I mispronounce your name, no user. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at pronouncing names or much of anything these days. And I'm not reading the comments. I'm just going through and thanking you for having left a comment. I'll read the comments afterward. I'll thumbs them all up. Thumbs them up. Give a thumbs up to them. There we are. Answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, and different comment. Thank you for having left a comment. That's the important part. So calling up Chrome, I hope. Here we are. Music Lover 18 Forevs, thank you very, very much. And Pesto YT, greatly appreciated. Joseph Schultz, thank you very, very much. Eva S, I'm having trouble talking around my dentures today, I don't know why. But thank you very, very much. Toothless One, thank you very much. Justin Donovan, greatly appreciated. Carmen Riley Mendoza, thank you very, very much. Lil Trill, thank you. And I hope to actually check your stuff out and try to give you a reaction. Thumbs up on that. And Ben, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. The Real Ripper 64, thumbs up. Master ZN, thank you very, very much. Dr. Huey L. Mungus, MD, good to see you in the comments. Quizler, thumbs up and thank you. C Note, producer, thank you very, very much. And Marvoosh, thank you very, very much. Pigeon Man 49, thumbs up and thank you. Tundra Keeper, I am very, very sorry, and I wish you the best. Seeker 8558, thank you very, very much. Dragon Sheet, I know what you're trying to say, but the way it's spelled, I don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you very, very much. And Dafa Abdul Aziz, thank you very, very much. Joel Hates Spuns. Joel hates puns, not spuns. Sorry about that, Ben. Thank you very, very much. No more for you. That one made me laugh. Thank you very much. And Kerbunion, thank you very much. Julian Joe, greatly appreciated. Absolutely each and every one of you. As stated, you get me out of this head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very much. I have entered the down cycle of my bipolar disorder. It's not huge. I'm not like greatly up and manic when I'm up. You've seen me now pretty manic for the past couple days, as manic as I get. I'm now entering the down cycle. I can feel it. So, yeah. Thumbs up for that. And of course, got an Amazon wish list if you want to support me by buying things like the hamster food, candy, goofy stuff that I got on there. The hamster food especially. Things like that, if you could, it'd be awesome. But of course, do not feel obligated, please, in no way, shape, or form. Thanks to each and every person that has purchased anything from humblebundle.com. Since I am partnered with them, I am a paid shill. I have become an actual paid shill for Humble Bundle. Thank you all very much for those of you who have purchased stuff. And it's a great service. I am subscribed to their Humble Bundle monthly. I think it's great. They give to charity, and it's awesome. You can use the little sliders to determine how much you want to get to charity or not, or to the devs. And if you purchase through the link, you can do the little slider to how much you want to give to me. So, thumbs up on that. Once again, do not feel obligated, but it's a cool service if you like to buy software. So, thumbs up on that. And if you could check out my various links past that, also, I've got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Thank you very, very much. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would definitely appreciate that. But I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal, well, the end of my time anyway, till the day I die. Thumbs up for that. Well, gosh. Hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video today. Hopefully I'm not going to fall asleep all day like I did yesterday. It was so frustrating when that happens. My sincere apologies. Hopefully I'm going to have a game video for the channel. Hopefully game video for the game channel. Hopefully I'm going to stay awake and live stream. So thumbs up for that. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing. So keep smiling.